The video switched around. It wasn't supposed to switch around, so we pointed in this direction. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC with gunmetal crystal edge technology screens. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that these individuals are probably quite scratching their heads like, how come this guy's not talking about us or speaking about it? Because I don't care. That's why. I've been really so busy working on a lot of great projects. And again, at the end of the day, sometimes I think about it. Why didn't I do this sooner? Because again, I think I have backed my products up on a level that no other product. I mean, we put this stuff so high up on the top shelf that there is no one right now doing any of our demonstrations, doing any of our challenges. We literally have more video demonstrations than any screen paint and projection screen out there on the market. Look at this. This is just the this is the Crystal Edge page we have here. It has one of the biggest displays and outdoor projection screen setups. Everything a customer, he or she, would possibly need to do research on our company on basically any kind of setup you could possibly think of. We don't see any gray screens or white screens. Well, white screens, yeah, because you see white screens outside, but we don't see any gray screens or any other companies doing demonstrations on these levels. We have everything from 150-inch dual screens outside in the wintertime, inflatable screens on multiple levels, ultra short, those custom-built 160-inch screens with custom-built frames. You name it, it's been done. Rainstorms, snowstorms, it's been done. We got demonstrations on screens being frozen into solid blocks of ice and being torn apart, pulled apart on camera, so they don't crack or peel. Multiple upon multiple demonstrations on black versus black, which is a demonstration that screen paints fear to go near because you have to test your product against an everyday home bought product from Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever to show you don't basically match this product. Tons of test demonstrations after test demonstrations, mountains of certified demonstrations on different forms of certified screens. So when you have literally this many tests, I have more than 9,000 video demonstrations on YouTube right now, dating back to the first beginning when we first started, when we were developing great products, which we toppled that one on so many levels it wasn't any problem, to the D4K, D5K, D6K technology, which was involving gunmetal, and then in the digital 4K crystal onyx, which was the beginning of black technology. So we literally have a history and throwbacks on our products because we've been around that long. We've done that much testing. So with I don't even know how a gray screen would be able to work. Honestly, I don't know how that would even work, especially with screens now being much more darker contrast levels, which are extremely needed when you're developing screens. Is one of the most things you need. Actually, one of the things you need the most when you're developing a screen is an extremely good contrast level. You actually need pure black. You have to have pure black. I don't understand how, and I would never understand this as long as I live. And even when I develop gray screen paints, I think I've made the statement multiple times that the black levels, I don't know if I said they're 1% black. I'm not sure. I got to look into that. But anyway, it has to be a 100% black level. If you're saying you're picking up 100% reds, 100% purples, 100% blues, 100% yellows, then what happens to the 100% black? That's needed, and it's definitely needed in order to pick up proper color. So we don't entertain them because what's the point? Their products don't do exactly as they claim to do. I've watched so many demonstrations. Even the blacklist itself shows that these individuals don't back their products. Multiple closing on the websites. Products failing in unboxings, coming up different and complete different colors. You can't market a product and sell a product if the person who's reviewing your product, it comes up a complete different color. It doesn't even match the color that was in the can. That is an extremely, extremely bad failure toward a screen paint product. Products coming up matching majority water. I've seen products, I'm not going to mention these people because I don't want them on my YouTube videos, but you know what I'm talking about, where a product was made where half of it was actually water. just mixing things together, and no testing at all. None of these products were ever tested. No real test demonstrations, nothing were ever done. And you don't know what you're getting yourself into at the end of the day. And the reason why the black versus black demonstrations, or gray versus gray, or however way you want to call them, are very important, because you have to be able to show that the consumer is getting a real product. They're not getting something that they could basically pick up at Home Depot and Lowe's and just do the entire thing themselves. They don't want to go through that. No customer wants to get ripped off like that. So you have to be able to back all that up. If you can't back this up, this is going to be a major problem for your product. And I've seen this. I've seen people come on YouTube. I've seen people do network grade 773 product and match the product, and then continue to sell these products directly to the website. So after seeing these shenanigans, these people basically just cutting corners, dark environments, trying to make products seem like they're ambient light rejection technology, stuff like that, you start to realize, why are you entertaining these people at the end of the day if they can't back their products? If their products are not standing on the level of your technology, why do you entertain them? What's the point? Because they will never back their products, never. For them, some of them don't even take it seriously. To them, it's just basically nothing more than just a game, or maybe it's just a way for them to make fast money. But they don't take the business seriously. And this is the reason why they don't match our pictures. They don't match our demonstrations. They don't match anything we do at the end of the day. They don't match anything. And when you can't match a company at the end of the day that's basically backing their products up on so many levels, then what's the next step thing? The next step, to try to tarnish the company's name, to make the company sound like it's not really working, that they're using special camera equipment, they're using special equipment to make the products look a certain way. Well, that kind of fails, especially when the product is on site. When a product is on site and it's being displayed on site among other people that are, I guess they claim we're using some kind of special setting in our cameras, that gets canceled out automatically. Because that would mean that if we're on site and other people are viewing these screens just like we're viewing them, and they work perfectly fine, customers are doing demonstrations on our products and they're working perfectly fine, then that means that the product does work. And that means that the individuals who basically tried to start these vicious rumors is just nothing but sheer jealousy. And that's pretty sad. So as you can see, we have new technology coming up in 2024. You won't see any new products by them, because remind you, these products need to be tested before the launch. And something they can't do is they can't basically make a product that's tested, because they don't test their products at all, period. These are some of the pictures. We have tons of pictures on our products. This is our gunmetal technology we have. As you can see, fully lit environments, no dark environments. I can never understand why in the world would someone cast a screen in a dark environment, and then the customer buys it, he or she is going to have to be in the same dark environment in order to get the exact same image. These are all customer demonstrations right there. As a matter of fact, we have a church. This is just one of the churches that comes on and does, we have it for our video testimony. So I guess they must be using special cameras too. But anyway, that's our demonstrations we have here, more customer demonstrations. Let me add some more in there. And then, I'm adding more than, because we got some more we have to add over there. This is our Black Series page. We have 2 websites, soon to have 3. We have our demo page, test demonstration page. Let me see what we have here. Am I on the same? I think I am on the same one here. As a matter of fact, I don't even know go there. I just got on my YouTube channel. So where am I at my YouTube channel at? Let me see. Let's go pop over to YouTube. Let's see. Here we go. So in my YouTube channel, you can go over here to where it has a search. It's right there. And you could type in our videos right here. Now, I know to the trolls, they feel that, oh, he's packed up. He's not coming back. He's done. He's finished. Where do I show that I'm finished? I got a customer right now who's basically been showing off our outdoor technology, We've been showing off some of the technology we're converting into our new 2024 products. We've showed off multiple demonstrations on what we got planned for 2024. So no, we're not going anywhere. I mean, you may think that because we're not giving you any attention, which you desperately need. No, we got better things to do. What I've seen already of your history of your products and multiple failures, it is a waste of my time to even speak your name. It's the reason why I don't associate myself with people at the end of the day that do nothing with their time. And these are people, again, that make these claims that their products work and they don't work. Let me see. Let's go put under tests. So this is all you have to do. Let's go to our site, put in test. That's it, the button, and boom. This brings up every test. So tests we've requested from other people that were never done, and our tests that we have on our products. There are mountains of tests we have here on all our different products. Right here, we've had to do tons and tons of tests, and even questions. I even put a YouTube video asking, so for those who question our screen paint products, where are your tests? There are no tests because they don't have any. Because all they do is they take a product, they stick it in a dark environment, they hit it with a high-end projector, and then they go, ooh, look, this is my product. No, it's not their product. The projector pretty much is doing the work in that demonstration. What's the difference between their product and a certified screen? If a person has deep pockets, he or she has the ability to spend a good $5, $10, or $15,000 for a certified screen. Can you show me a difference between why I don't need to buy that screen and I should buy yours? What am I getting out of your product? You can't show that. Outdoor demonstrations. Can you at least show me, if I'm going to be outside, what is the benefit of your product over a white screen? Because the majority of screens you're going to find outside are white. So what's the benefit? Am I picking up 100% contrast? What time of the day can this thing pick up? How many lumens would it register under? Stuff like that. So yeah, as you can see, like nothing's ever tested with their products. These are our test demonstrations. Multiple requests with a product called, what's it called? Product called, I'm trying to turn my camera a little bit here so you can see this a little better there. Yeah, so multiple requests with a product called Microblend, Amazon Microblend, because again, I just watched the Network Gray match a product. I'm curious how would be the results of the Microblend, and it was never done because the Microblend is a very dangerous product for people who make gray screen paints because again, it's very cheap, it's extremely affordable, and overseas customers don't have to pay a surcharge fee because they can just order it right on Amazon with no problem. I'm still trying to get that Microblend black. All right, so these are our test demonstrations. Let me see right here. Let's go with outdoors. We even have 235.1 demonstrations outdoor. These are our outdoor demonstrations. Like I told you, what we have on the grid is nowhere compared to what we have over here. So the grid has quite a lot of videos. This one has a ton of videos of our demonstrations outside, from customers to our demonstrations. They're right here. Test demonstrations. These are all done outside. One of these is actually inside. Portable outside, because it had outside in it, that's why. But you can see a lot of our demonstrations right here. Even doing our demonstrations on a massive 250-inch screen. Test to make sure that our products don't match black paint, because we get this quite a few times. You know, you have a black technology, and people are going to ask the question, well, can I do the same thing if I get black paint? Well, no. Our product actually, it's a difference between black paint and our product. So these are all the test demonstrations. These ranging from sevens of our products versus black fabric, black paint, name it, we have done it. So we've done all these tests. We have literally done so many tests that even the new, this is a new Cinemax Mist, which is now converted to that new TV technology has been tested. All our products are all tested to make sure they work perfectly, 100%. And that way the customers are getting what they paid for. And instead of you buying a product and it not working because there's no test underneath of it. So again, why entertain trolls at the end of the day who have not done any testing at all? I've literally have gone to people's channels just to prove it that I'm not just talking trash about them, and went through each one. I've been on their website, went through each one of their products and looked up tests and found nothing at all. Not a thing, nothing. Why entertain people who can't back their product? It's a waste of my time right there at the end of the day. I could be doing something else. So let me sitting there spending time doing a video on someone who does not do proper testing right and cheats and cuts corners on everything you could possibly think of. Again, that's a waste of my time when I can be showing off new technology that we're developing and working on. As I said before, it doesn't make a difference where I'm at on the face of the planet. I will always have more advanced technology, always, because I do my homework, I do my research, I do my work. This is why we have tons of demonstrations. This is why people can go to our website and they can dig up everything and anything. 3D mapping applications, you don't even have that. You're not enough alone own the equipment, because 3D mapping application does not work on a gray screen. It can't register. If you're doing visual background effects for a discotheque or club that requires heavy, massive contrast levels in order to get the visual effects to pop, you can't get it to work on a gray screen. It doesn't register. Literally, the lights in the environment will wash the screen out because the screen can't absorb. It's not even ambient light rejection technology. It doesn't work on gray screens. It will not work on silver screens. Gunmetal screens will favor it. Black technology will favor it, but the other screens will not accept it. You have to spend the money for an extremely expensive projector to fix the contrast levels. This is what I don't understand, and this is what I've been preaching for the longest time, but I'm done with preaching this anymore. If you want 100% red, if you want 100% blue, if you want 100% colors, why do you skip the black level? Oh, we don't need the black level. We just take a shade of gray. A shade of gray is not black. Black is black. If you're watching Batman, his armor is not gray. His armor is black. His vehicle is black. If you watch Star Wars and you're watching these ships have this dogfight all out in outer space, space is not gray, it's black. And if you think that you get a projector with a really high inky contrast, this is going to fix it, oh, no, it doesn't fix it. You still pick up gray. You pick up a darker shade of gray. That's what you register. So the darker you go on your screen, the better that contrast level you just paid for on your projector is going to be able to perform. This is where you lean into the gunmetal territory. It's where you start kicking in that $5,000 and $10,000, screen at the end of the day. A gray or white screen will not fix this. This is the reason why if you show a Starfield demonstration, lights on or off, it's still going to be a Starfield if the screen is black. If you're watching a white snowstorm on a white screen, lights on or off, that screen's still going to be white because it produces a 100% white level. That's another thing that kills me too. When I hear people talking about, oh, we have a gray screen, it produces, no, stop saying that. A gray screen does not produce 100% white. 100% white produces 100% white. Just like a black screen produces 100% contrast, no other screen can produce a 100% level, black level, like a black screen. It's virtually impossible. Where is it coming from? I've never seen one. And I developed gray screen paints. Actually, I've developed gray screen paints, and I've been more advanced on that level than people making gray screen paints now, because my stuff was contracted and overseas. My stuff was literally that good. I had a global contract attached to my technology. So I can show you my rate and my era when I developed gray screen paint overlaps anyone who's making gray screen paint now. Show me your results compared to mine. You can't, because your products weren't making it the way I was making my products. Well, yeah. Like I said, it is what it is. And that's why we don't entertain you, because it's a waste of time. It's like me having an argument or a debate with a brick wall. A brick wall will always be a brick wall unless you build it and restructure it into something else, but it's always going to be that brick wall at the end of the day. No change, nothing. Is it just still a brick wall? I've had an argument with the wall right now. It's still the same wall, no structure, no change. Y'all been selling the same exact product for at least, I don't know how many years you have. You've just been mixing more black and white or whatever together and just making multiple shades and saying it's something different, or it's a different shade, it's a different color, it's a different hue. No, it's all the same. It is. It all blends in. It's all the same. And even worse, but now us having these products called the tones, I clean up my controllers, these products called the tones, you match literally almost just about every form of household products out there on the market right now. Because now back in the day when I was coming up, you couldn't go out and buy gray paint. There was no such thing as having, it had gray, but that was just gray. You didn't have tones of gray. Now today they make so many different versions of tones of grays, it's not even funny. That's their nightmare right there. You're going to have to do a gray versus gray demonstration. You're going to have to do those demonstrations. You see how these demonstrations, these are black versus black demonstrations. We got black versus black going back to sevens. We're doing 48s now. Can you believe that? Looking at that, you see that right there? You see that screen generating all that white light? See that centerpiece in the middle? That's a piece of film. So that technology we had, which was, what technology was that? That was a 21 Phantom. A 21 Phantom generated a white level literally so high that if you took a certified screen and you stuck it in the middle of that thing, it could literally turn into almost near a white sheet of paper. So if you notice that from our technology, each one of our technologies that we develop and their different specifications, we engineered them into our screen paints. We find the best of that product and we engineer into that product. We get our ultimate product. Phantoms had insane white levels. That's how high a Phantom was coming up. Now, if you were to take a gray screen and you were to stick that against another gray screen, what reaction would you be getting from that? The last thing you want from a gray screen, reaction from another gray screen, is for the other gray screen to pick up a higher white level than the other gray screen. You don't want that, because that means the screen's picking too high of a white level, and it means it's already having problems being able to maintain a fully lit environment, because the screen basically doesn't absorb light. It just reflects way too much white light, and that's why the colors wash out, and that's why the screen has poor color. That's why. So why would you want it to generate more white light? You need it to generate contrast. Opposite person who did that demonstration clearly went in the wrong direction. You need the gray screen to see contrast. A gray screen can already see white levels because it's a much lighter product, but it needs to see contrast. By showing up a gray screen pulling a higher white level was a complete fail. And again, it also tells me at the end of the day, you don't know what you're doing. You have no idea what you're doing. You want it to display a contrast level. A black screen is the one that has to display the high white level. Yeah, that's what happens when people don't know what they're doing. So that's the last thing you want. See, outdoor demonstrations, some white surfaces. You know, we've done that. Oh, I forgot that. What about that right there? White levels. Now, these are demonstrations on white versus black. We have to do these tests all the time. It's one of the most important tests when you're doing on a black screen. I see people call themselves making black screen paint products. Where are your tests? I'm tired of saying that. I'm not going to say it anymore because I'm tired of it, because I don't see any tests. A product should never, ever be launched unless it has these tests behind it, because it shows at the end of the day that the product can back itself. It's like you're buying brakes and there's no test. I've gone over this thousands and thousands of times. You would never buy brakes for your car. You wouldn't buy anything for your home if you found out it wasn't tested first. That'd be the dumbest thing you would ever do in your entire life. Who even would do that? You go out and spend money for an expensive refrigerator and you find out it was never tested and you're the tester at the end of the day. That doesn't sound right. So we have to make sure the screen can generate a high enough white level, which means we drop these at 1,000 lumens. If you go ahead, somebody came in, I told you before, and said, oh, you use only 5,000. Do we not crack books on what I do? I mean, that's why I don't talk about it anymore, because I got tired of talking about it. Sony CS4 projector, or this is when we were taking products outside. We built this screen to take screen paints outside and put them against this test screen we built for outside to see what their reaction would be. But yeah, we've done 1,000 lumens. I've had tons of projectors in my category. You can pull up just about anything on us on projectors we used. Everybody else, same comfortable projectors. As a matter of fact, one of the challenges we had out was to swap your 4K or high-end projector for a 600 by 800 720p SVGA projector and drop that projector back. No ultra short throws. Drop that projector back at least, we're about 18 feet from a screen, at least 15 feet. If you didn't have 15, 13, as far as you can pull it back. And you had to have it up there for 1 year. Did it already. Did it already. Everybody else didn't want to do it. You know why? Because if they did that, that means the images that they were showing in their demonstrations would have deteriorated, and you wouldn't have been getting the same image as you've been watching. That's why. On our website, if you click over here, and again, can't mention this enough, specification sheets. You know why people's specification sheets don't sound correct? You know why? Because they don't know what they're talking about. They're just adding stuff into a specification sheet to make it sound pretty, but there's no test. You see all this test I just showed you? For each one in any specification sheet that we added in here, there's a test that actually matches that demonstration that we have already done. We have our pictures up here, as you can see, in all fully lit environments. No images were stolen or ripped off of Google to actually trick the customer into thinking that this is what they were getting when they actually weren't getting. There are links to spray-on demonstrations, 1,000 lumen demonstrations on our products. Of course, our copyrights over here. This is how big a specification literally has to be on a product. You can't just put up there and put, oh, it works well with 4K. And no. Can't put that in there. You have to have all this information in there. If it works well with 4K, then what about the other projectors? How much testing do you have under a 720p? How many videos at least? What about color pattern capabilities, fully lit environments, 1,000 lumens, angle gains, stuff like that? If you're buying a product, what time of the day does that screen activate? There's no information down there because they literally don't know what time the screen activates. Bogus, fake nonsense that I've seen people put into their specification pages. One of the ones I've seen, two of them I've seen, was something called a range gain. Virtually impossible. Same product, same paint, nothing different. You're not putting something special onto it. It's exactly the same paint. And if you paint this paint a different way in a different formation, then all of a sudden it changes the gain capability. That's a lie. That's the most dumbest thing I've ever heard. Why in the world would someone think that someone would be dumb enough to actually believe that? Or they must think at the end of the day that people must be stupid in order to put that in there. Oh, they're idiots. They'll freaking believe anything. I'm just going to put in their range gain. And I'll come up there on camera and I'll explain some dumb nonsense, which I haven't even heard yet. And then the video linking to whatever this range gain was supposed to be was the exact same tutorial video showing you how to paint the screen, which never mentioned anything about range gain. Wow, that's sad. Images of fake installments. Installment claiming to be in a gymnasium. We don't have to mention name, you know who they are. Gymnasium, there's a difference between a gymnasium and a church. Definitely didn't get that one right. And when blowing up the picture, there was no place in that environment to ever install a screen. It was just too crowded in there. It wouldn't have happened, and the room had a kind of rounded off curve to it, so that would have been virtually impossible where the seating was at, nowhere to put motorized or fixed frame screens without having neck breakers involved. Yeah, that was complete fake. And again, this is the individual who also too stole images off of Google. How much of an application can be painted onto a screen? I've seen this one in the videos. Not videos, but one of the specification sheets. On one side it says 120, the other side says 135. There was an incident that popped up that we had recorded on stating that 2 quarts could paint up to a 300-inch screen, the equivalent of 3 100-inch screens. So we do not know math at the end of the day. Basic, simple math. Can't figure out how many quarts go into a gallon. Literally thought that 2 quarts would make it. I'm not going to go down. Literally, and just don't know what they're doing. This is what you're supposed to have in a specification sheet. It's simple and plain. And you would know all this if you've done testing on your products. You would know this. If you haven't done any testing, then your specification sheet's not going to look like this. Let's see. And this is also too customer demonstration on the product. Now, keep in mind, as I said before, getting back to how do you say it? We're supposed to use special cameras to make our products look amazing. Yeah, I guess he's using it. And in all the different sites I've been to and I did installs, they're using it. No, that sounds like a person at the end of the day that's bitter and jealous and started a campaign about our products not working. That's what that sounds like. Bitter jealousy. So if a product we have is so dark and doesn't pick up, how in the world did you get the screen to pick up outside? This is inside. They're drawing on screens now. They're using our technology to draw on screens. I thought that was pretty cool. Look how insane the white levels are. So that's a technology that reads 100% black. No gunmetal can do it. No gray screen paint can do it. A white screen definitely can't do it. And it registers a white level literally that freaking high. Now, for those of you who think because I've not been entertaining you that I've gone bye-bye, no, I've been working on products. I've been basically doing things that a company's supposed to do, ignoring you guys and sitting you guys over in the corner over there and just paying you no mind and working on what I need to be working on, as in my company, as in the next level. My next stage is going to take so much time. It's going to absorb so much of my time, but it's needed in order for me to get where I need to be at with this technology. And our new stage, our new level of 2024 technology coming out, which you will never understand because you don't do testing, you don't do any hard work, you don't put the time in, you don't put the grind in, you don't do anything. You do fake cut corner demonstrations and want to make it sound like you have a company at the end of the day. One of them actually put an LLC under a product that matched the house paint. That's not smart at the end of the day. That's just downright idiotic. So don't worry, I'm not thinking about you because I don't have time to think about you. I have other things that I'm working on right now. Now, if you want attention, and if I feel I'm going to give you that attention, I'll crush all your products at a storefront. I'll take your stuff, I'll buy it, I'll watch you cancel out orders. We've been through this before. I've bought your products. I have. I've gone online. I put my address in. I purchased your products. I bought them down, and I got cancellations on every one of them. How are we talking trash at the end of the day when you gave me back my money? You couldn't even hold on to my money. I gave it to you. The other one had $1,900 worth of orders that I was buying from him over and over and over again. And he got so scared and so terrified, he was literally writing on the receipts harassment after sending us an email telling us to buy anything we wanted. What do you think I'm going to do if you send me an email like that? I'm going to buy whatever I want. And what did you do? Did you honor any of the purchases? No. And that he committed 2 counts of mail fraud in the process. That's how terrified. The other one transferred money back to my account so fast that the same $160 what his products used to cost, I purchased all his products, even the samples. We got all that money right back to our account. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. These are people who claim they can back their products up. Have we forgot the cancellations? The multiple cancellations. The other one felt the need to go in his backyard and walk around and make false statements about me by saying that I canceled an order. I've been asking for that cancellation for the longest time. Where's the paperwork? Still haven't gotten any information on the paperwork. But I did you one better. I ordered your stuff, and I watched you cancel out every single order. And not only cancel an order, he got so terrified that his marketplace got a 404 error. We got it all recorded. Everything's been documented. He pulled his marketplace. The other one did the same thing too on eBay. He pulled his marketplace on a live stream, pulled it down. And these are people at the end of the day who want to talk nonsense about me. At the end of the day, I can back my products. How about you? You can't do that, can you? I can make your stuff. I made your stuff on camera. I made a lot of y'all stuff on camera. Speaking of that, we gave them the opportunity to make our products twice. They failed. I literally had to go on camera and make a better version of the joke that they made. And I told you it was going to happen. I'm going to dance around this camera and point at you and laugh. Did I not say this? And I did. You couldn't even get the color right. It's black, not gray. And then literally tried to chalk it up by saying at the end of the day, well, his product is gray. Yeah, it was gray. It wouldn't pass any of the black versus black demonstration. This is why I don't entertain you, because you guys are nothing but an ongoing circus ride of what the freak. Where are your tests? Look at this. See this right here? This is my marketplace. You see these tests that are popping up? This is called a black versus black test. That means any customer can come in and they can see these tests right there from the door, showing our products tested against fabrics and paints and whatever you want to name it, right on the website. Where are your tests? You know where yours are at? Yours are on a blacklist on a website that shows your product matching household products that you can't even back up, nor will put on your website because you're afraid to, because you know it would discourage your customer to going elsewhere. Where we could do these tests with ease. This is a test they fear to death, because this test will crush your product. And we could do this easily with no problem whatsoever. Outdoor demonstrations, black on black, it just goes on and on and on. I even got to the point where I started getting bored on the black on black test. We just went out. I went to 4 different stores and bought their blackest paints and did that demonstration. We did fabrics, we did films, even the blackout cloth that we give away for free. We even did that demonstration just so we can cut down any nonsense at the end of the day. And these guys will come out and go, oh, guess what? Again, it's like having a conversation with an individual who has a hamster and a wheel for a brain. It's pointless. This is why I don't entertain you, because the time I got to take out to explain and to tell you what you should be doing and how you should be doing. Gentlemen, remember, I've been here before you guys ever existed on YouTube. 10 times more videos than you guys have at the end of the day. It shows you, look at my track record on how many videos I have compared to yours. You guys have nothing compared to my category. My website has more videos at the end of the day than your website. Look at the comparison of websites. Even your what's the word for it? Your shipping policy. Gee whiz Louise. Are you kidding me? Both of y'all, your shipping policies are poor. Extremely poor. So again, it's a waste of my time. And it's the reason why I've been mentioning you in videos, and the reason why I've been working on this, and the reason why I've been on camera much is because I've been working on new technology. If you understood what real work was, you wouldn't have time to send me like 50, 60 emails a day crying and whining to me. You spend so much time crying and whining about this, that, and the other. You should be taking that time and designing something more productive with your time. How is it possible that I can come out here, crush you in a video? I mean, literally done this multiple times. I can debunk all your theories, and I've done it multiple times. Crush you in the process. Back up everything that I say on camera by going to your sites and backing up your foolish nonsense that you do. And then design a new product and drop it on the market that will blow your product clean out of the water along with certified. I can do that in a day's time. I can develop technology just like that, and I can wipe your stuff clean off the face of the planet. You have nothing that competes with anything that I have. Our technology is so advanced for 2024 that there is no certified screen. There's no gray screen paint. There is no white screen. Nothing that's matching what we're building. We literally have to go against a TV. That's the only challenge we have at the end of the day, a TV. So the way I'm looking at now, the technology we're developing, and we're not even in the area of projection technology, because we have to literally go against TVs, because the technology we develop literally generates so much power that sunlight can filter through it. That's the technology we're engineering for our ambient light projection game. We don't test this stuff in a room. This stuff absorbs sunlight. Do you understand the level that I'm sitting on now? So no, I don't think about you guys at all, period. You don't even exist in the universe that I'm sitting in right now. For what my mind and what I'm building for next year, you don't exist. Certified doesn't even exist to us anymore. I have plans to pick up diamond technology to show on camera why our technology is more advanced. I could wipe a diamond technology with ease, or any certified screen that I choose. And for those who sit and say, oh, but you're bragging. No, I'm not bragging. It's just true facts. I've backed up everything I've been doing from day one. How much more do I have to back up on my technology? I'm done with that. My next stage now is to just show and flex on how powerful our technology is going to be for 2024. And for the customer, this is going to be joy, because there'll be no more that, oh, I got to spend all this money for this expensive projector. I have to have this much contrast to try to pick up a decent contrast level. I have to use this fake ambient light rejection technology. I have to be using an ambient light controlled environment, which I can never understand that nonsense. If you've seen our outdoor Cinemax, that stuff is a beast at the end of the day. That thing looks like a plasma TV outside. There's no white projection screen that could touch that technology right now. You don't have to go out and spend thousands of dollars. You can go out and spend $200 for a projector and get a magnificent image. And with the technology, that TV technology we're working on for 2024, well, bye-bye TVs after that, because guess what? Why would you spend $30,000 or $10,000 or $15,000, even $5,000 for an OLED, when our technology will take an OLED with ease? And for those who are sitting there saying, well, what's the difference between an OLED and a TV? Tell me. For those who sit there and say, well, what's the difference between an OLED? The difference between an OLED and a TV, OLEDs have the ability to pull up very high contrast levels, much higher than this. So if you have a projection screen paint that can generate a 100% black level, guess what it can compete with? An OLED. And it would be far cheaper. But OLEDs are 8K. Guess what? You can buy an 8K projector too. You can buy 4K projectors. You can buy all that same thing. The reason why our technology was so higher and much better, I'm not saying higher, I want to go down that route, will basically be more advanced than the OLED, because again, it doesn't cost the customer a ton of money. 100-inch screen, 16:10, 16:9, and capable of 235.1 on a wallpaper surface can produce an actual 16:9 format. TVs don't do that. TVs actually, well, TVs pick up 16:9 format. Projection screens pick up actual 16:9. That's why you watch a movie, it says formatted for your TV. You know how much money an OLED would cost at 4 feet, at 8 feet, and a wallpaper style screen? Do you have much money? And it actually has the width to pull up an actual 16:9 to 235. How much money that would cost you at the end of the day? Yeah, a lot of money. Yeah, so even if you say, well, what about 8K? I've seen what an 8K OLED costs. An 8K projector, you can get a JVC for around 10 grand. If people who have that money in that range is what it costs you, 10 grand. And with the technology we have coming out at $1,700, that's cheaper than spending almost about $90,000 for a TV. Guess what? Jimmy can also take his car and hit the side of your screen and it won't damage it. Hit that thing with an OLED and crack that screen and see what happens. Those screens literally cost more than a TV. Your warranty probably won't even cover it. And the beautiful thing about that technology, you can roll it up, stick it in a tube, and take it anywhere you want. You can even take it outside if you want. Let's see you try to drag an OLED outside at 100 inches. Or sorry, that screen's 106 inches. Yeah, that should be no problem. Now, when I go to form sites and I go to these OLED sites where people talk about their TVs and stuff, and first thing I ask them, I tell you all about this. I'm going to ask them, I say, hey, how come you guys don't get projection screens? And here comes the onslaught of basically insult toward projection screens. Number one, they don't see contrast. You know what? If they haven't heard of our technology, they are 100% right on that. Because gunmetals don't see 100% contrast because the screen is dark gray. Dark gray and black are two different areas. Ambient light rejection. That TV will pull up in that environment with no problem whatsoever. You don't have to adjust lights. You don't have to darken the curtains. You don't have to do any of that nonsense. It's TV. It's designed to do that. That technology we got can pretty much generate a level literally so high that we can drop the projector beyond factory settings and it still generates a high enough level. And we got ambient light rejection technology that pulls up in fully lit environments. We do it all the time. We got screens outside. So yeah, you can't get no better than ambient light rejection than a screen sitting outside. And of course, we can come back and say, well, look, that's not a problem for us because our screens pick up in fully lit environments. Here's a demonstration at 250 outside. Here's a demonstration of our screens generating 100% black levels. Now, what's the argument going to be now? Well, no more dark environments. That's eliminated. We can see 100% contrast toward the TV. That's eliminated. I can choose whatever projector I want. I can pick up 4K, I can pick up 8K, I can pick up 5K, so that's eliminated. What else? Let's talk about cost. $1,700 for that unit, that screen. How much money did you just pay for your TV? You're sitting there with a 60-inch or an 80-inch screen, and you paid God knows how much for that screen at the end of the day. Compared to our customers that will have a $1,700 screen at 106 inches that can switch back and forth between the 1610, 16:9, and a whopping 235.1 setting. Yeah, and it'll make an ultra short throw projector worthy of what ultra short throws were designed to be. Another thing I cannot express: why are you using ultra short throw projectors on gray screens? It's designed to be a TV set top. It's designed to replace your TV. That's what they market it as. And yet you got it on a gray screen that can't see contrast, can't see color. It's not ambient light rejection. You got to be stuck in a dark environment in order to get images to pull up. I've done the research. Try to find one person that can beat the promo for the one person can beat the promo for Optima, and I couldn't find one. Not one person to beat the promo. This right here, we beat every promo on every projector we own. This is an Optima GT 5500. Outside at 140 inches. That projector right there is only designed to do 100 inches. That's it. Beat the crap out of their promo. I bet you they didn't even know their projector could do that. They had a projector probably sitting on a white screen or whatever screen they had it on. It's probably more expensive than a white screen. And they were doing their demonstration. When they were doing a demonstration for this, for their projector, their promo for this, they had this inside. I saw the demonstration. Actually, it was pretty nice. No, sorry, not the Ultima GT. It was actually inside, and it was in an ambient light controlled environment. So even they who developed the projector didn't even know the technology they had because they had it on the wrong screen. If they had it on our technology, they'd have been able to do that promo demonstration outside at 130 inches. I'm sorry, 140 inches. Imagine how impressive that would have been at the end of the day. To watch their projector that's only designed to do 100 inches show a whopping 140 inch, not inside, but outside. That's why a lot of companies are going to link on to us when we show off that TV technology, because the reason why is because they can advertise their projectors as they're designed to be advertised. You can make the most greatest projector in the world, people, at the end of the day. If you don't have the proper screen, guess what? That projector doesn't work at all, period. And that projector has a 20,000 or 22,001 contrast, which is turned off because it's not needed. But if that was a gray screen, guess what? It can't be out here because the color would wash out. And you would have to have it at 100 inches to try to tighten the pixels as tight as possible, the brightness screen to push your projector closer to the screen at 3,000 lumens to get the image to pull. And even inside, you would still have to be in an environment that is extremely dark. This is why when I see people doing demonstrations, whether it be the P2 or whatever projector they choose, all you have to do is pull this one demonstration and I can knock out your demonstrations just like that. You show a demonstration of an open door, windows, that don't mean jack to me at the end of the day. I have demonstrations like this in my arsenal. A cheap projector that's way cheaper. As a matter of fact, that projector is 720. Was it 720p? No, I think it was a 1080p projector I purchased. But anyway, I have this projector right here. So when I watch people doing demonstrations of showing off a P2 projector with some little bit of window light in the background and an open door, that's a joke to me because I did demonstrations like this. This projector cost me $1,400. Its screen size is 140 inches, and I'm outside showing a demonstration, not inside, having windows and doors to protect my screen. There's the star field right there. We always display a star field. Gray screen can't pull that off. Not even inside it can't pull it off. So you're talking about a 3,000,000 to 1 contrast projector. Can't read a black level like this on a gray screen inside, and we could do this on a 20,000 to 1 contrast outside, and it's turned off. There you go. There's another wake-up call for you. That's why I seen anybody with the Optima, with that projector, I knew what their contrast was. I'm like, you guys can't even use it. You spent all that money for an option you can never use. Let's go back over here. Let's see. I need to go up to. Let me see. Yeah, it's spending money. Sorry about that. And again, it's not your fault. And I'll tell you why it's not your fault. Because projection screen companies, that's how they sell it. That's how they market their products. That's how they sell it. They'll sit there and tell you that, hey, look, don't worry about it. All the colors, everything you have in this projector is going to come on your screen. That's a lie. That is never going to happen. I watched the woman, I told you, Best Buy, she's buying a BenQ projector, and the guy was trying to tell her, oh, you can buy a white screen. Man, this projector has a contrast and color and all. It's going to all show. No, none of that's going to show up on your screen. It's going to turn the lights on, and that screen's going to wash right on out. Here we go. Show me any screen doing that right now. And mind you, we have demonstrations that mass up 250 inches. You know how hard it is? Well, not really for us at the end of the day because we developed this stuff, but for any other screen, you're going to have to be at a 250-inch screen. This is easy for us. This is a customer showing off his screen outside. Show me one white screen right now on the market that can do that right now. I had a guy contact me and tell me never sell out. Please don't sell out. You know why? Because you have any idea what that technology works. If we handed that over to Elite Screen today, and we said, okay, just pay me a couple $1 million, you guys can have it. I'll show you how to make it. Do you have any idea what the price of their screens will shoot up to? That Yardmaster, whew, man, that thing will be way beyond what you thought. It would be out of this world how much that thing would cost. And that means that the everyday Joe, you can't afford that screen because that screen's way too expensive. That's why the guy said, please don't sell out. Now, people, at the end of the day, I have backed my products up on every level I can possibly think of. There's nothing more that I need to speak of or talk of or back my products up. You know what I mean? I'm pretty much done on all that. I'm going to concentrate on what I'm working on for 2024. As for you trolls, if you feel at the end of the day that I'm not giving you any attention, you're not getting any attention. Why would I give you any attention? What are you worrying about that for? You need to start cracking some books and making some products that actually work. And if you think you're going to catch up to my level, well, you look at the 9,000 video demonstrations I have under my belt and try to match any one of those, because that's going to take you literally a lifetime to be able to do. We are so far, it is not even funny. I could bring out 7 technology and I can level y'all stuff with no problem. I can level certify with no problem. They know who we are at the end of the day. They don't know who you guys are at the end of the day. They're quite aware of what kind of threat we pose if we decide to basically go head-to-head with one of their screens. We have no problem. I can walk into any forum site that I want to and display my technology and dominate. And also, too, receive a ban at the end of the day. Because that's how much of a threat my technology is. We literally get banned from channels because of what our technology is designed to do. But to the customers, it shows you how amazing our products are. And there's no, look at it, there's no windows and doors or nothing blocking that. That's outside. So no, that's the reason why I'm not bringing you guys up. I'm working. I got things I got to do. I got projects I'm working on right now. And I got some new technology I'm working on for 2025. Ha ha ha. Always ahead of the game. 2025? Oh my goodness, 2025? Yeah, there's technology coming up in 2025. We're so light years advanced on you guys, it's not even funny. We haven't hit 2024 and I'm already engineering for 2025. So always remember this. To the trolls out there, I'm gonna leave a little message, just a message before I go. Never, ever worry about what you can see. Always worry about what you can't see. That's what you have to worry about. What's coming in 2025? What is he working on? What is he up to? Well, I'm never not going to talk about that right now. Right now, I'm working on 2024. All right. Well, with that being said, hope you enjoyed this. I don't know, what would you call this at the end of the day? I guess acknowledgement. I don't know. I got things I got to do. Thank you all for your time and God bless. And thank you our customers for supporting our company. We appreciate it 100%. I got no plans of selling out my company and, whatever. I'm just going to keep designing amazing technology for our customers, and you trolls, well, you can keep biting that bottom lip because at the end of the day, it is what it is. We can back our products. You just can't back your products. So that's it. All right. Got to go. Thank you all. God bless.